What is it costing you right now to not have the job you want? At the same time, forget the job you want, the job you need. Because I bet you anything much like this background, it's burning a hole in your pocket and it is not a good feeling. And all you want is an answer of how to get out, how to get the job you want most. And that is what I'm here to do in this video. But to do that, I'm more than likely gonna have to blow up all preconceived notions you have of what it takes to get a job. And I'm going to start and focus on this definitive guide in your resume review to focus on ATS's hiring managers and ultimately what it's going to take for this resume to get you some more attention. Now, there's a lot to do. This is not going to be a small adventure. This is going to be a larger adventure here that we're about to go on. And so I need you to buckle in and get ready because we got a lot to cover. And it's not just in this video. I made a whole series on this that you're about to go through. But before I even go into what's in the rest of this series and exactly what you need to expect in this checklist, I need you to make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell for more content like this in the future. Yeah, got to make sure I get that in here because there is a lot to go over, but you won't see the rest unless you start subscribing, because I've got some other definitive guides coming out that are going to be pretty damn kick-ass. So let's jump into this a little bit deeper right now. You're having a problem with the resume. We've got to fix it. How do we do it? Well, we're about to cover about 6 different things that you need to do. And this is exactly how you start changing around the response rate you're getting from the resume. All right, and I'm going to talk through all the other videos you're about to have to go through. So you're going to see this video as kind of the overview, that high level of the game plan. And then I'm going to leave you videos down below and also to a playlist to that side or wherever the playlist is at that's going to have them all in a row in a specific order. The first thing you need to do is what I call a job market analysis. And it ultimately is answering the question of what do the employers want to know most from you? Or what are they telling you they want most from you? And that video dives into gathering data. Here is the crux of everything we're going to do. We are going to grab 10 jobs that you want most, parse them for the hard skills and soft skills, and we're going to analytically look at that data to use it against the people we're selling to most right now. And when we do that, we're able to evaluate in the rest of the steps what is going wrong with our resume, because generally when you start with step 1, what happens is you start looking at your resume going, I didn't realize that they wanted to hear that from me, and I'm not talking about any of it at all. I should really think about this. But before you stop after that video and go redo your resume, I want you to continue on to step 2. This is a very crucial step in the checklist, and it's where the highlighter technique comes in, because now that you know the data, that's fantastic, but what is your own resume doing? And so we're going to highlight it, and we're going to really focus on the skills that you're selling most. Once you do that, we're going to be able to take that and evaluate what does our job market analysis say compared to where we're at now. And what does a job description we want today or that we were recently rejected from say today? And we're going to be able to use our highlight and re-highlight it in different color and see visually very quickly on are people buying what we're selling because we're selling the right things or we're not. Now, there's even more that goes into this. And this is why I said this is my definitive guide. If you're having struggles, stay on this video because there's even more we're about to go into. The third thing is your data, researching into even further, what does LinkedIn say, right? If you're job searching on LinkedIn most of the time, how you spell your words, what you call yourself matters. And I'll show you in that video exactly how you can go from full stack with a space that has 30,000 views to no space, and all of a sudden you have 140,000. It's pretty insane what the data means. So we're gonna move on then to the 4th step and really diving then in deep to, we've got our data, we've highlighted, understand a little bit of where we're at, and we know what to say most based on what LinkedIn's telling us, but now do our bullet points provide value? And I'll tell you this right now, a majority of all the resumes I review do not provide value when I read their bullet points. They're just generally lists and general things you accomplish. they don't really go in depth and they don't show kind of the level I'm looking for. And so we're going to explore in that video where are your bullet points at and what needs to be done there. Now, the next step is all about the user experience. And I encourage you, if there's no other video you stop and go see, that is one you have to stop and see. I think I even said it in there. It is my most impactful lesson I teach, because your experience that you hand over to somebody when you are passing your resume out is what they see when you're not around. It ultimately drives the decision. And if you don't take it seriously or understand the dire consequences of having a bad user experience on your resume, this is one of the number one things that's going to hold you up. And in that lesson, I go over a ton of things, from ordering sections to how the summary is written to using this data in steps 1 and 3 that we now have, and understanding the data we already pulled out of our highlighter technique. You can start seeing how your user experience that you're handing over to somebody is hurting you in a negative way, and how what you can do to change it. At the same time, test it with your friends to get an honest opinion of where it's at. And then lastly, we're going to show you how we check if, when you hand the resume over, does somebody have everything they need in 60 seconds to sell them. 60 seconds to sell is going to be a really great checklist for you to understand, do I have my shit together? Plain and simple. When you look at this definitive guide, there is a lot I was just talking about, but these 6 steps of your job market analysis, the highlighter technique, looking at your LinkedIn data in depth, driving value in your bullet points, and do you drive value in bullet points, the user experience, and 60 seconds to sell. You do these 6 steps, and I guarantee you will start to understand what you need to change like that. And all those preconceived notions you had before this video started, I'm hoping are starting to go away. That, oh, I'm just making a couple of changes, keep passing out my resume. No, stop passing out your resume. Audit it with us and help yourself understand what you can do to start getting more results with the right audience. And so I encourage you to make sure, like I said, getting subscribed, hit the notification bell for more of this in the future, but check out the rest of the playlist. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to reach out, jason.humphrey@codingcareerfastlane.com. And even then down below, check out some of the links I have. I have this playlist and I have the blog on this video. But if you're interested in more, don't hesitate to check out the site. There's more guides and things coming out all the time. And if you need help and you feel like you've got an understanding, but you've got questions, you know where to find us. At the same time, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.